The message that never returned. Earth did not notice the danger at first. It never does. Far beyond the orbit of Pluto, a deep space listening station caught something strange. Not a signal, not a message, but a shadow moving where nothing should move. The station's systems showed a massive fleet drifting between stars. Silent and cold. No heat spikes. No active engines. No friendly codes. The object was too large to be a comet, too organized to be debris. When the data reached Earth, analysts stared at the screens in silence. The fleet was not random. It was marching. The ships were aligned in perfect formation, all heading toward one small yellow star. Earth Admiral Thomas Hall stood inside the command chamber, watching the projection rotate slowly. He had seen wars, rebellions, and disasters, but he had never seen something that felt so quiet and so loud at the same time. "Send a greeting," he said calmly. Standard first contact message. Humanity believed in rules. Every unknown force deserved a chance to speak. A message was prepared in simple language. It carried no threat, no demand. Only a greeting and a question. "We are Earth. We come in peace. Please, identify yourselves." The transmission was sent across the dark. It traveled faster than fear, faster than hope. Then they waited. Minutes passed. Nothing. Hours passed. Still nothing. The fleet kept moving. Closer. Faster. Scientists checked the transmission again and again. The message was clear. The power was strong. There was no reason it should fail. They received it, one technician said quietly. They just did not answer. That was when fear truly entered the room. On Earth, news of the silent fleet spread slowly. At first, it was only whispers among officials. Then leaks reached the public. People looked at the night sky with new eyes. The stars no longer felt distant. They felt crowded. Governments held emergency meetings. Religious leaders prayed. Markets trembled. Still, Earth sent another message, then another. No reply ever came. Instead, the fleet changed formation. Ships spread wide, like claws opening. Their path was no longer just Earth. It was every human colony along the way. Mars went silent first, not destroyed, just silent. Communication dropped without warning. Satellites showed cities still standing, lights still on, but no voices answered back. Panic Admiral Halley watched the reports arrive one by one, each one worse than the last. "No weapons fire detected," an officer said. "No explosions." "Then what happened?" Halley asked. "We do not know. The enemy was not loud. It did not roar. It erased." Earth's leaders demanded one final attempt at peace. One last message. This one was stronger. Broadcast on every frequency. It carried urgency and a warning. "If you can hear us," the message said, "turn back. We do not want war." The transmission vanished into space, and like all the others, it never returned. The alien fleet crossed the final boundary, entering the solar system without slowing down. That was when humanity understood the truth. The silence was not a failure of communication. It was the answer. The message had been received. It had simply been ignored, and somewhere in the dark, the Draconian fleet continued forward, certain that Earth was just another world that would soon stop speaking. The first strike, the alien fleet did not slow down. It did not change direction. It moved with calm purpose, as if the future was already decided. From Earth, humans watched. The red warning lines grow closer on their screens. Every hour the distance became smaller. Every hour the silence became heavier. The first attack did not come to Earth. It came to the outer colonies. Titan Station was the first to die. A mining hub filled with workers and families. No alarms sounded. No weapons fired. One moment the station was alive. The next moment every signal went dark. Deep space cameras showed the truth. A Draconian ship passed near the station. It released no missiles. It fired no beams. The station simply shut down. Power failed. Life support stopped. Every system collapsed. At the same time, within minutes, everyone inside was gone. Earth Command stared at the footage in disbelief. This was not a battle. This was execution. Before anyone could respond, the second strike came. A colony near Jupiter lost contact. Then, another near Saturn. The pattern was clear now. The Draconians were not rushing. They were cleaning a path. Human fleets were ordered to intercept. Warships powered their engines and moved forward. Pilots prepared for the fight of their lives. The first human fleet reached firing range near Europa. Weapons locked on the nearest alien ship. Open fire. The commander ordered. Missiles launched. Lasers burned through space. Every weapon humans had was unleashed. The Draconian ship did not dodge. It did not raise shields. The attacks hit and did nothing. Missiles vanished before impact. Laser beams faded as if swallowed. Then the human ships went silent, one by one. No explosions, no wreckage, just empty metal drifting in space. Back on Earth, panic reached a new level. This was not an invasion, it was superiority. Governments stopped lying to their people. Emergency broadcasts filled every screen. We are under attack. The enemy is advanced. We are not winning. Cities prepared shelters. Families held each other. The sky felt closer than ever before. Then the Draconians finally spoke. A single message appeared across all human networks. Clear, cold, and short. Surrender or be erased. There was no name, no explanation, no demand beyond submission. Earth's leaders argued. Some wanted to surrender. Some wanted to fight. Some wanted to run, but there was nowhere to run. The Draconian fleet entered Earth's outer defenses, destroying sensory arrays without effort, turning off satellites like lights. The moon went dark for 30 seconds, then came back online. As if the aliens were testing something, Admiral Halley understood then. They were measuring fear. Another human fleet was sent, larger than the last. More ships, more firepower, more hope. It lasted less than 2 minutes. No survivors, no signals. The Draconians did not chase fleeing ships. They did not celebrate. They simply continued forward. On Earth, a hidden council gathered beneath layers of stone and steel. People who had sworn never to use what they were about to discuss. A screen lit up with a single file name. Old, classified, and dangerous. Protocol, black silence. For the first time since the fleet was detected, Earth stopped trying to speak, because humanity was finally ready to answer silence with silence. The secret beneath the silence, deep beneath Earth's surface, far below cities and oceans, a room came alive. Lights turned on one by one. Screens awakened after decades of sleep. This place did not exist in public records. Most leaders had never heard of it. Only a few knew the truth. Admiral Halley entered the chamber with slow steps. The air felt heavy, not with fear, but with memory. Around the table sat men and women chosen for one reason only. They were trusted to carry guilt on the central screen. The words glowed softly. Protocol, black silence. A scientist broke the quiet. This system was never meant to be used. Long ago, before humanity reached the stars, humans learned a simple lesson. The universe was not kind. Early probes found dead worlds, burnt planets, silent ruins, civilizations that had once spoken, and then stopped. So Earth prepared, not with bigger guns, but with a different idea. Black silence was not a weapon in the normal sense. It did not explode. It did not burn. It listened. It learned. It waited. The system had been trained for years, quietly studying alien signals, energy patterns, command structures. Every transmission the Draconians sent during their advance had been recorded. Even their silence carried information. They think silence means safety, one analyst said. They think no sound means no threat. A mistake. Black silence was designed to attack what no armor could protect. Coordination, control, understanding. It did not destroy ships. It erased connection. The council argued again. Using the system would change everything. It would reveal humanity's true nature to the galaxy. If we activate it, one leader said, there will be no turning back. Outside, the Draconian fleet crossed Mars' orbit. Earth had hours, not days. The final vote was taken. Slowly, reluctantly. The answer was yes. Deep underground, massive arrays shifted. Hidden satellites powered up across the solar system. They did not transmit. They whispered. Black silence reached out, not as a signal, but as absence. Inside the Draconian fleet, confusion began. Commands repeated without response. Orders returned incomplete. Alien crews tried to compensate, but their systems depended on perfect unity. One mind across many ships. That unity cracked on Earth's screens. Something strange appeared. Alien ships began drifting slightly off formation. Just a fraction, but enough to notice. No weapons fire, a technician said, but something is happening inside the alien vessels. Systems argued with themselves. Navigation disagreed with targeting. Targeting disagreed with movement. The Draconians had never fought alone. They had never needed to. Black silence did not scream. It did not announce victory. It simply removed understanding. A Draconian commander attempted to send a fleet-wide order. The message fractured into meaningless fragments. For the first time in their history, the Draconians felt uncertainty on Earth. The Council watched in silence. No cheers, no relief, only focus. This is just the beginning. Admiral Hull said, "If we stop now, they will recover." The system was pushed further, deeper. Entire sections of the alien fleet lost synchronization. Ships slowed, others accelerated. Still, none fired. Still, none retreated. They did not understand retreat, only advance. Earth did not celebrate. It prepared, because black silence was not mercy. It was a test, and humanity was about to learn how far the Draconians could fall. When the universe stopped making sense to them, the war no one heard. Space did not explode. It did not burn. It went quiet in a way humanity had never seen before. Black silence spread across the solar system like a shadow without shape. No waves, no flashes, no signs of attack from Earth's command centers. Officers watched alien ships drift, their movements slow and uneven, perfect formation broken into scattered confusion. The Draconian fleet tried to respond, internal systems pushed for correction, but every command returned broken. Inside the alien vessels, crew members stared at displays filled with errors, not failures, contradictions. Navigation demanded one direction. Targeting suggested another. Power systems argued with both. The fleet was not under fire. It was under doubt. Human fleets moved carefully, not to attack, but to observe. Fighters passed close to Draconian ships, close enough to see hull markings and silent weapon ports. Still, no response came. Some alien ships fired by instinct, single shots that went nowhere. Others shut down weapons completely. Black silence pressed deeper, cutting links between ship and ship, between thought and action. The Draconians had built their power on unity, one mind, many bodies. Humanity had built its strength on independence. As the hours passed, alien ships began to fail. Life support flickered, artificial gravity stuttered. Not because systems were damaged, but because they could not agree on what to do. Earth's commanders felt no joy, only pressure. If black silence collapsed too soon, the fleet would recover, and Earth would die. So the system was pushed to its limit. Across the fleet, Draconian command nodes went dark. Not destroyed, disconnected. Ships lost awareness of each other. Some collided softly. Others drifted into empty space. No explosions followed, just slow, silent endings. The galaxy did not hear this war. There were no signals to record it, no messages to warn others. The Draconians tried to send a distress call, a message to anyone, anywhere. Nothing escaped. On Earth, a young officer whispered, "Are we winning?" Admiral Holly did not answer immediately. He watched a massive alien flagship lose rotation, slowly turning into a dead moon. "This is not victory," he said. "This is survival." Hours later, the last organized movement inside the Draconian fleet ended. Ships became tombs of silent metal. Black silence was reduced carefully, not turned off, just eased back. Earth scanned the battlefield. No active weapons, no signals, no life signs. The enemy was still there, but it was gone. Human fleets held position, unsure if this was a trap or an ending. Then a final report came in, simple and cold. No survivors, no signals. The war that decided Earth's fate had ended. Without sound, without flame, and the universe did not even notice. No survivors, no signals. The battlefield remained frozen. Hundreds of alien ships drifted in broken lines around Earth, dark, silent, and lifeless. Human fleets approached slowly, engines kept low, weapons ready. No one trusted the quiet. Scanning teams worked carefully. Every sensor searched for heat, for power, for movement. Nothing answered back. The boarding crews were sent to the nearest Draconian vessel. They entered through forced airlocks, weapons raised, hearts pounding. Inside, the ship felt wrong. Not damaged, not destroyed, just empty. Alien bodies lay where they had fallen. No wounds, no burns, faces frozen in confusion. Every system was off, not broken, simply stopped. "This is impossible," one soldier whispered. Data cores were removed and brought back to Earth. Analysts worked without rest. digging through alien records. What they found changed everything. The Draconians were not explorers, they were erasers. World after world appeared in their logs, civilizations older than humanity, stronger, smarter, all of them gone. The pattern was always the same: approach, silence, shutdown. Earth had not been special. It had been next. Admiral Hall stood before the council again, the truth heavy in the room. If we broadcast this, someone said, the galaxy will know what we can do, and they will fear us. Another replied. Silence followed. Fear had protected the Draconians for centuries. Fear could protect Earth now. A decision was made. No victory message would be sent. No warning. No explanation. The Draconian fleet would simply vanish from history. Human ships began the final task: removing remains, disabling wrecks, erasing traces of the battle. It took weeks, slow, careful work. When it was done, space around Earth looked normal again. Stars unchanged, orbits clear. To the outside universe, nothing had happened. Earth's leaders issued no speeches. There were no parades, no celebrations. Life continued, quietly. Black silence was sealed away once more, locked behind codes and conscience. Only one message was prepared, not broadcast, not transmitted, stored in deep space archives. For any future species, curious enough to look, the message was simple: Earth is not prey. And with that, humanity returned to the shadows, watching, waiting. Because in a universe full of hunters, silence could be the strongest warning of all. The warning written in silence, years passed after the Draconian fleet vanished. To most people on Earth, the crisis became a rumor, then a myth, then a secret buried under newer fears. Cities rebuilt quietly, colonies reconnected, life moved forward. The stars looked the same, but humanity was not. Far beyond human space, something changed. Alien traders adjusted their routes. Explorers avoided the Sol system without knowing why. Records showed a gap where the Draconians once ruled. A powerful fleet, gone without battle, gone without explanation. Other species searched for answers. They found none. No debris fields, no distress calls, no last messages, only absence. In galactic councils, the name Earth was spoken carefully, not with anger, not with hate, with caution. Back on Earth, protocol black silence remained sealed. Its creators aged, some died. Others carried the weight of what they had done. Admiral Hall visited the deep facility one last time before retirement. He stood before the dark screens, remembering the quiet war that saved his world. We did not win, he said softly. We survived. Humanity continued to expand, slowly, carefully. Not as conquerors, not as victims, but as watchers. When alien probes passed near human space, they were allowed to leave, unchallenged, unfollowed. Earth did not threaten, it did not boast, it stayed silent. That silence became a legend, a warning without words. Among the stars, news stories spread, of a system where fleets entered and never returned, of a species that did not fight loudly, a species that erased without sound. In time, young humans asked about the Draconians, about the war, about black silence. They were told only this: the universe listens, and silence can answer back. High above Earth, satellites continued to watch the dark, listening for shadows, for movement, for threats. Ready? Humanity did not seek fear, but it understood its power, because the stars had learned a simple truth. Earth did not need to shout, its silence was enough.